Hi, my name is Dana, and this is likely to be the hardest video I've ever recorded. Most of you, you probably don't know, you might know, I was born with a heart condition. It was a hole between the four chambers of my heart. My condition is technically called tetralogy of Fallot. I know that sounds like a bunch of rambly words. When my doctors went in the initial surgery to repair my heart, they messed up the natural pacemaker of my heart, so it doesn't beat regularly, and that's why I was implanted with a pacemaker. A pacemaker is a device that is implanted either in the chest or the abdomen, and it helps the heart beat regularly.
And if you're curious what a pacemaker looks like, weirdly enough, I have one. I got this one in 2010. Apparently, I asked my surgeon if I could have it. He had it sanitized and returned it to me before I left the hospital, but I have no recollection of asking him for this. I was probably on a lot of drugs, but it's really cool that I have this.
The device uses electrical impulses to, again, get the heart to beat appropriately. My heart gives less than 60 beats per minute, so that means that I basically cannot sustain life. So I need the help of my pacemaker. I am pacemaker dependent. I rely on this device for life. I was implanted with my pacemaker at 18 months of age, so I basically had it my entire life, but not without complications. I was under the understanding that my leads, which are the wires that connect my pacemaker to my heart, were faulty. I recently acquired some knowledge that I guess undermines that idea. They're not faulty. What is actually faulty is my heart. The wires connected to my heart, like right there at the location where they connect, has actually developed like quite a scar, and so it requires a higher voltage for that electrical impulse to actually make it to my heart and make my heart beat at a regular rate. The issue with the increased voltage in order to get my heart to respond in the same manner is the fact that I'm going through my pacemaker twice as fast as I should be. When I should be getting 10 years, I'm only getting 5. And the problem with that is that I'm having continuous repetitive surgeries. I've already had 5 pacemaker replacements, and that's actually incredibly rare in someone of my age. I'm not even 30 years old, guys, and I've had 5 pacemaker replacements. Somebody my age doesn't normally even have a pacemaker, so we're talking about I'm pressing the limits of science here, actually it's stressing me out. I'm gotten to the point where, I'm wanting to approach all these issues, me having continuous repetitive surgeries, and now I'm just honestly starting to suffer from them. Some of you might have heard me talk about this before because I've really wanted to connect with people and explain to people why I act the way I do sometimes, because I legit feel like I'm going crazy. I've been dealing with pain for the past 5 years. 2015 was the worst year of my life. I had to have my pacemaker changed in April of 2015, and after that surgery, I just had excruciating pain in my left arm. Just me moving my arm like this made me want to bawl. What ended up happening is the doctor went in, removed some scar tissue. He implanted a second set of leads in my abdomen, which are actually causing me pain. And he did that in order to fix the position of my leads that I have up here. He was afraid that they would break, and because I'm dependent on my pacemaker, that I might die. So that's why I have a second set of leads implanted at my abdomen, but they're actually causing me pain, and I don't know what to do about it. And the fact that they almost can't be removed without me dying is causing me issue. Stress. So you can probably see, how this is a compiling problem, me having surgery after surgery, me pressing the limits of science, and they're telling me that if I just keep waiting, maybe in the future things will get better. It's just hard. It's just hard. I really trying not to cry here, but it's just how I feel. I feel extremely depressed. I want to cry all the time. I almost feel what's the point of living whenever the only thing I can look forward to is more surgeries at this point. And yes, I know that sounds really depressing. Yes, I know I probably have plenty to live for, but that's not the way I see it. The only thing I know that's for certain is if I don't continue to have these surgeries, I will die. That is the only certainty I know in this situation, is that I will die if I do not take care of this. So it's just, I'm mind blown right now. I don't know what to do. It's just literally appointment after appointment after appointment right now, and uncertainty, and I'm just trying to get some answers. So you guys, hang in there. I'm so sorry if my content starts to get a little scatterbrained, if I don't seem like myself. I promise you guys, I'm trying my best. I freaking am, but take a little moment for myself there because I promised I would be a man. No, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. Anyways, I'm extremely scared. To be honest, I'm scared of what the future looks like. I'm scared of my upcoming surgeries because yes, it is time for me to have my replacement done again in a few months. And that's mostly what I'm worried about is I'm praying that like I'll still be able to use this arm. Now I have a couple other options. I don't want to talk about my options right now because I'm still processing. But it's coming, and that's what worries me the most. And the future worries me because I'm terrified of my financial situation. Like, I'm doing okay right now, I won't lie, I'm doing fine. But I know, like, the future is all up in the air. Like, God knows how much it's gonna cost me for my health insurance in the future. My deductible is, like, outrageous. And if I can't afford for care, you can see where this is going. So, yeah. Another thing I want to talk to you guys about is how incredibly difficult it is for me to receive care at all. So I need insurance, that's pretty much an obvious, but the insurance I was able to acquire isn't necessarily the best. I'm on an HMO network, and previously I was able to be on a PPO network through my parents. If you don't know the difference between an HMO and a PPO, an HMO network is a health maintenance organization. Basically, the insurance companies have worked in agreement with providers that allow, quality care at a certain rate. So it's not negotiations with the consumer, it's negotiations between the insurance company and the providers. With a PPO network, preferred provider organization, they again have that network of providers, but you're not limited to sticking within that network. You can go outside of that network and there just might be an additional cost. Unfortunately, because I have an HMO, I have to see doctors that are in a network, which means it's a long list and there's not very much information on that list. I'll just go ahead and give you that. You basically just look at the list and pick a provider. I had to go to my primary care physician who referred me to a cardiologist, and again, it was just me picking on a list like which cardiologist to go to. It's totally left up to the consumer of where I need to be sent instead of my primary care physician actually giving me a referral to someone who could take care of me. It's literally just me going like, this one. And I go to that cardiologist and just pray that they can actually take care of me because this list doesn't necessarily mean that this specialist is going to actually be able to take care of me. It just means that hey, they've agreed to be within this network. So I'm gonna go to this cardiologist and just pray that they can actually take care of me. And in my case, I actually found a doctor that I was okay with being referred to. I got the referral, I went and saw the cardiologist. The cardiologist referred me to an electrophysiologist, which is somebody who can actually look at my pacemaker. So I had to go back to my primary care physician, get a referral and a pre-authorization to see the electrophysiologist. And once I got all that, I visited my electrophysiologist, and my electrophysiologist then gave me a referral to the director of oncology. I don't know his exact title. But anyways, I had to go back to my primary care physician to get another referral, and I had to call my insurance company and get a pre-authorization to go to this third and hopefully final doctor. But do you see like the complications and the stress that I'm dealing with, like just going back and forth to doctors, and this is just to be seen. Like, this is not even like me actually approaching the surgery, this is just me being seen. So another thing I want to mention is just the disbelief that comes along with this condition. It's really hard because I feel like a lot of my doctors just like simply don't believe me, and that's probably one of the reasons why I'm still in pain or why my doctors don't take it seriously. Like, it's really hard. I feel like honestly nobody cares about me. I feel like nobody cares if I actually get any help, and I'm not being treated for my anxiety or my pain, and it's just something that I guess I've come to accept, and just people don't believe me when it comes to my condition. People don't believe that I'm like actually struggling, and like I don't want to be like the crybaby, but it also like it freaking hurts like knowing that like just suck it up, buttercup. If any of you have anything that you think could possibly help me, throw it out there. Like, seriously, I don't care if we're throwing spaghetti noodles on the wall. I want to hear whatever options or any suggestions that you might have, okay? If you want to help me out with paying some of my medical bills, you could just buy some of my art. No, I'm kidding. Thank you guys for being so supportive, for just listening to me process. And I try to share as much as I can with you guys because I want you to know what's going on with me. I want you to know what's going on with this channel and what you can expect in the future. I will try to share as much of my experience as I can because it's extremely scary going through what I'm going through, and I'm not the only one. That's the part that kills me, actually, is like getting to experience this firsthand makes me hurt for other people that are going through this because I know how freaking hard it is. It's really sad that this is what people go through. This is their life. So thank you for all of your support. You don't know how much it means to me. You really, really don't. Thank you. I love you guys. I will see you next time. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell for notifications so you could see my next video. And see you on the flip side. Bye!